What is up, everybody? I'm back with another video, man. And today we're going to present to Kevin Durant gave us the greatest NBA playoff performance of all time versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see
right now for the Bucks guarding Kevin Durant.
Giannis has had an excellent game, has not forced anything. That was right from the start.
Teddy
does not have the shot.
Not gonna lie, I did not watch this game, so I have no idea who won. I just know Kyrie Irving got injured. I seen a video of him getting injured. But yeah, I literally haven't watched the playoffs since the first round, bro. I am not gonna lie.
For three, yes. Chris Middleton. Durant using the screen for three, yes.
After the first two games of this Milwaukee Bucks Brooklyn Nets series, yes, I understand that the Brooklyn Nets were at home, but they were so dominant that I just couldn't see a situation where the Milwaukee Bucks somehow would even win a game at Barclays Center. And although they were able to successfully win a game during Game 3, Game 4 was when the tide completely shifted with Kyrie Irving injuring his ankle. So what's going on, guys? Your boy Mike here. Real quick before we get to the content, I just wanted to let you guys know that my podcast Laced Up is going to give away a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on that channel. Now that we got all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on?
Oh my god, bro, that's like the Paul George injury, bro. When he hit that thing that be under the goal, bro.
On everybody. So
oh my God,
we're gonna open this up with condolences for Kyrie Irving. We hope he gets well soon because he's been ruled out for not only this game and next game, but for the entire series. That ankle sprain that he had looked pretty severe, and no one is really happy about what happened to him. Okay, maybe not nobody.
Everybody mad at me because Kyrie Irving stepped on Luck and Lucky got his get back. Don't get mad at me because Lucky got his get back. I didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Karma is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You do right.
But I see this flag you got here, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I see what you repping.
People do right by you.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
You got the black hat on too. I see what you repping, bro.
I don't even care if it's a logo.
I see those.
It means something to me. Like,
hold on, I see he got the thing in the back too. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, for example, like countries that have flags. Like, you go and step on a logo flag. What is that? That's disrespect. I played for the Celtics. I'm a Celtic forever. So, it don't matter. It don't fucking matter. Stop getting mad. Because your man got weak ankles. His ankles is weak.
Dude, look, I'm going to be honest. I thought it was really messed up that Kyrie Irving stepped on Lucky, especially given the history that Kyrie Irving has with the Boston Celtics. I thought it was just a very bad gesture and kind of immature of him to do that to Lucky. At first, I did side with Kevin Garnett and the Boston Celtics. It was a huge sign of disrespect. But then Glenn Davis came and just made it so much worse. Like, coming out and saying that this was karma for stepping on Lucky. Yeah, I understand it's your city's mascot, but you should never celebrate a man's injury, man. And this is coming from a guy that is probably Kyrie Irving's biggest critic. Glenn Big Baby Davis aside, there were a ton of storylines coming into tonight's game. I said in my last video that there were a decent amount of individuals that were making fun of LeBron James for not being able to make it out of the first round with the Los Angeles Lakers, despite him being battered and without Anthony Davis and with Dennis Schroeder coming back from injury prematurely. A lot of people were just hating on LeBron James for that. And then if you go back to 2015 when he lost the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors the first time they met, you go to 2007 when he lost the NBA Finals against the San Antonio Spurs despite dragging a bunch of role players to that NBA Finals. The number one argument that LeBron stans or any supporter of LeBron James would typically bring up is the fact that LeBron James didn't have any help. And now Kevin Durant finds himself in a very similar situation. A man that had either Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, Blake Griffin, James Harden on his side at one point or another, now had to go into battle with James Harden.
Okay, let me ask y'all this question. If y'all are building a team, who'd you rather build your team around, Kevin Durant or LeBron James?
And this is all the
That's a really good question. You know what I'm saying?
James Harden was dealing with hamstring tightness. A huge shout out to James Harden though, because he pushed to the best of his ability to ensure that he could give his team a fighting chance, because this is probably James Harden's greatest opportunity to win an NBA championship probably in his entire career. I'm going to be honest, a fully healthy Brooklyn Nets team would have been a surefire favorite to make it all the way to the NBA Finals and probably decimate whoever would come out of the West, assuming they were fully healthy. But alas, that's not the situation that we find ourselves in today. So if you guys could take a moment to smack a like on that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's transition from what happened before the game to what happened in the midst of this game. The number one storyline that was surrounding the Brooklyn Nets was, first of all, would James Harden be able to play the entirety of the game? I, as a Laker fan, could not help but think, hey, what if what happened to Anthony Davis in Game 6 against the Phoenix Suns in the first round, what happened to James Harden? And ultimately, James Harden would be able to play throughout this game. But unfortunately for the Brooklyn Nets, he would not be able to give them the push that they needed. As a matter of fact, if there was one thing that was apparent early on in this game, it's that James Harden was extremely rusty. And that makes a lot of sense because basketball is a game of rhythm. So the Brooklyn Nets, if they wanted to have a fighting chance at winning this game, had to depend on Kevin Durant. Wanted to have a fighting
on his
chance at winning this game. Had to depend
on his head, bro.
On Kevin Durant, and that was probably a given. But on top of depending on Kevin Durant, they were going to need their role players to step up in either the form of Joe Harris, Blake Griffin, or Jeff Green. And to be fair, at least in the first half of play, the Nets saw sizable contributions from Jeff Green, Blake Griffin, Kevin Durant, and that's really about it. And if you were to compare the Milwaukee Bucks to the Brooklyn Nets at the half, the box score, usually I don't say the box score could tell the entire story, but in this instance, I do think the box score actually does a wonderful job painting a picture of what's going on here, because the Brooklyn Nets only had Kevin Durant and Jeff Green in double digits. Kevin Durant scoring 18 points off of 6 of 10 shooting, and Jeff Green going 4 of 6 from the field for 15 points. Blake Griffin went 3 of 5 from the field for 7 points, and James Harden goose-egged the first half, going 0 for 6 from the field in 22 minutes played. And then you compare that to the Milwaukee Bucks that got great contribution from Chris Middleton, scoring 14 points, although off of 4 of 12 shooting for 33% from the field, but that was made up for with contributions from Drew Holiday, scoring 10 points off of 3 of 5 from the field, Pat Connaughton going 3 of 5 from the field, and Giannis at a...
What the thing is, the thing I will never get, bro, I don't think people understand how, like, hard basketball is, bro. Bro, these are NBA players that been in the league for, like, 10 plus years. Their job is literally to play basketball, and they only shoot, like, what? 40%, 30% from field goal, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Kumpo being scorching hot, scoring 7.
Not gonna lie, basketball is the hardest sport. You can't name me a sport harder than basketball. I can't lie.
17 points off of
Plus
8.
All the conditioning you gotta be in, like, bro. Like, you gotta be running up and down that, bro. Like, star players they get played like 30 some minutes. They run it up and down that court for 30 minutes.
Of 11
Crazy.
shooting. For the entire first half, the Milwaukee Bucks made 54% of their shots, 22 of 41 from the field, whereas the Brooklyn Nets made only 14 of 40 of their shots for 35% from the field. So it makes sense why the Milwaukee Bucks would be up 59 of 43 by the half. Kyrie Irving is out, James Harden is rusty, and Kevin Durant, tell me if you heard this before, doesn't have any help. The tide would absolutely shift in the third quarter. I don't know what it was with Steve Nash's adjustment, or if it's the fact that Kevin Durant started facilitating a little bit more, or if Michael Jordan's basketball skill magically made his way into Jeff Green, because the Brooklyn Nets went on one heck of a run throughout the third. And it's not like the Milwaukee Bucks were laying dormant either. This run wasn't necessarily only on one or two players. It was just based off of good team basketball and everyone on the Brooklyn Nets getting involved, whether it was a rusty James Harden, Blake Griffin, Joe Harris, or of course the aforementioned Jeff Green on both sides of the floor. The result being a run that eventually cut the lead down to 6 entering the fourth quarter for the Brooklyn Nets. For the first time throughout the entire game, the Brooklyn Nets actually showed signs of life. The Brooklyn Nets would slowly shrink the Milwaukee Bucks' lead until they would eventually tie the game, and then Kevin Durant would hit this remarkable go-ahead three to put the Brooklyn Nets up by 1. After that, Chris Middleton would respond back to try to take the lead back, but Kevin Durant would once again, in a perfect sequence, make another 3 in the face of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 5 minutes left
Bro, I don't care what you say, bro, but you're not guarding a Kevin Durant jump shot, bro. Bro, like, hold on.
Kevin Durant would
Let me put this in slow-mo just so y'all can see.
Once again,
look how he shoots
perfect sequence.
You see how much he jumped when he shoot? He's not seeing your hand, my boy. And Kevin Durant, 7 foot, he not seeing that hand, bro. That's a wide open shot, bro.
Make another 3 in the face of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 5 minutes left to go in the game, Kevin Durant would eclipse 40 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists, and would play every single minute in this pivotal Game 5 against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Wait, he played every minute
in this pivotal Game 5 against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks would keep it close consistently, and Drew Holiday would at least tie the game up once again, but Kevin Durant would hit by far one of the craziest jump shots we've ever seen, with the shot clock winding down with less than a minute left to go in the game. The Milwaukee Bucks would have another opportunity to tie the game, but after a beautiful move by Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo would fumble the ball and turn the ball over. Had he had been in ready position, he would have had a wide open dunk. The Milwaukee Bucks would end up losing a heartbreaker, despite Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting remarkably well from the field, 14 of 22, 35 points on the game, in a game that looked like it would have been a gimme to start out for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bro, if y'all can't beat the Nets, they literally have one of their star players, James Harden, there, but like, bro, you seen, bro, he was 0 for 6, bro.
Kevin Durant was the first player in NBA history to score at least 45 points, grab 15 rebounds, and 10 assists. And he played in each and every minute of this game. I said on the Laced Up podcast, what does this game mean for Kevin Durant's legacy? How would he be able to answer despite being in a very difficult situation?
Now that's crazy, and that's at home too, but that stadium was
And the man gave us quite possibly one of the greatest NBA playoff performances, if not the greatest NBA playoff performance
that's crazy, bro.
in NBA history. I don't think we've ever seen a man go...
Bro, 49 points, almost had 50, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 10 assists, 17 rebounds, 81% free throw percentage. You know what I'm saying? That could be a little bit better. 44 from 3, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. 44 from 3. and 69% from field goal. Bro, that is crazy, bro.
Go off for 50
KD,
points,
man.
almost 20 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 10 assists, 17 rebounds to be exact, and only turned the ball over 3 times ever in the NBA playoffs. Kevin Durant
How
was
old is
called
KD?
upon, and the man definitely answered the call. And whether you love him or hate him, you definitely need to respect him. Let me know what you guys thought about this game, and if you really enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, because it's a lot of work to get
that's
you guys
crazy.
these videos so quickly.
He's
And if you
30
enjoyed the
oh
video,
my
make sure you
God.
subscribe, turn on our notifications, and check out the Laced Up
That's
podcast.
crazy. He 32 and how LeBron 36.
Aside from that, I'm
You
your
know
boy
what I'm
Mike.
LeBron
I'm dropping
36.
our mic.
You know what I'm
until our
saying?
next
Not gonna
upload.
say too much, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing. Don't go there. Do not go there. Hey, buddy, bruh, if you watch this, bruh, you enjoyed yourself, bruh, just do me a favor, bruh. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Close to 200 subscribers, bro. You know what I'm saying? We like 708, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it, but yeah, we out, cuz.